Are Darn Tough socks actually tough, or is it just a marketing scam? This is one pair of Darn Tough socks. It costs about $25 and it comes with a lifetime warranty, supposedly unconditional. And this is a pack of New Balance socks. It comes with 6 pairs of socks and it costs about the same price or cheaper than one burrito. We're gonna find out which one you should buy by putting these through a torture test. For our first test, we're gonna put one Darn Tough sock on one foot and one New Balance sock on the other, and we're gonna walk up and down pavement, through gravel, and even through the woods until one of these gets a hole through it. All right, we got both socks on now, and we're going to walk until one of them gets a hole. So let's see what happens.
I'm walking in the sidewalk club, just me and the gravel under my love. Left foot strong and the right one rough, but I keep on.
After 25 minutes of walking, we have a loser, and it's what you expect. Tore a hole in it. And they look disgusting. Darn Tough. They don't look bad, but they're not white, so hard to really know how dirty they are. But there's some frizz, but it's pretty good. The next test I'm gonna call rock in a sock. We're gonna take a jagged rock, we're gonna put it in a sock, and we're gonna swing it around as hard as we can and see what happens. We're gonna see if it stretches, or maybe the rock will even rip out of one of them. We're using the same Darn Tough sock that we walked in, but a brand new New Balance, since the New Balance army had a casualty. Dead. At this point, I thought it'd be a good idea to hit the sock against a tree. And while I added the second rock, I noticed there was a hole. Ooh. I did not see that. Look at that. Wow. All right. Even though the New Balance already had 2 holes in it, we did work our way up to 3 rocks and swung it around a bunch. And the damage was pretty substantial, as you can see here. Then we started with our first rock with the Darn Tough. Feels way better so far. I can really whip this around. Okay, and we'll do one against the ground. Oh. Enough. Ooh. It has the hole. It got a hole in it. Just like we did with the New Balance, we did work our way up to 3 rocks and swung it around, even with the hole in it. And the results for this test really speak for themselves. The New Balance looks a lot worse than the Darn Tough. It has more holes and it is stretched out a lot more. The Darn Tough does have a weak top, I will give it that. But the New Balance is kind of weak everywhere. There's holes on the top and the bottom. Real quick before we get into the more entertaining tests, here are some honorable mentions. I ran them over with my car and turned the steering wheel. Nothing happened. The wheel kind of just glided over them. And then I tried freezing them. That was kind of fun. And then I dried them on high heat. Say your best friend comes over and he got kicked out of his house. He has no place to stay. He comes over and he's like, please, can I please stay at your house? You ask your wife. Your wife says, no, our house is a mess. And then you think, oh, wait, I know it's 40 degrees outside, but maybe he can sleep outside on the picnic table out there. So you get him a pillow, you get him a blanket. You set him up outside. Now that he's outside sleeping on the picnic table, you wait. Your wife goes to bed. She falls asleep. You sneak back down to the basement. Once you sneak back down to the basement, You think, hey, I'm going to go outside and wake him up. Maybe I'll sneak him into the house so he can sleep inside. Well, he's a heavy sleeper. He's not getting up. So you think, hey, maybe I'll go out to the shed. When you go out to the shed, you see a weed whacker and you say, hey, that's a nice weed whacker. I bet you starting that will wake him up. But then you go and start it. You start it up. He's not waking up. So then naturally, what do you do next? The bottoms of this, I mean, it's incredible. They're messed up, but remember, this sock, it's the same one we walked up and down the pavement. All the tests have been done on this sock. I haven't gotten a different Darn Tough sock. The other one's still perfect. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Now, this test was a little bit flawed, as when the string came around, it pulled this down onto the bottom, which caused those extra holes in the top. But again, like I said, we knew the top was already the weak point from the rock and the sock. But really, the bottoms are what matter when it comes to socks, at least I think. Now, the New Balance did not fare the same. We got a hole in the bottom, and they are tore up. Look at that. Tore up. Same thing with the Darn Tough. The tops got messed up. But here's the deal. Like, the bottom also did get messed up on this. So I'd say Darn Tough won this challenge. Your best friend came back after you just broke his feet with a weed whacker. And he came back because he has nowhere else to stay. So, you know, your house is cleaned up by now. But he kind of smells now. So there's only one appropriate way to actually clean his feet.
This isn't cutting it. It's on 40. We're going down to 25.
At 25, it was frizzing up the New Balance sock a little bit, but nothing on the Darn Tough. Really no significant damage on either. All right. Down to 0. At 0, it really started eating away at the New Balance and was doing damage to both socks. The damage it was doing on the New Balance was way more noticeable. It was just eating lines through it and basically just destroying all the material, while the Darn Tough, it made lines and wore out some of it, but it never got through it. Nothing. I mean, it's messed up, but there's no hole. The New Balance, it's a different story. Yet again, another casualty. For this next test, for whatever reason, I thought it would be a good idea to put marshmallows and chocolate syrup in the socks and put them outside and see if the raccoons could bite their way through, but I didn't realize chocolate syrup was toxic to them. Refilled them, and instead of chocolate syrup, it is maple syrup. So marshmallows and maple syrup. That way, no raccoons are going to get hurt.
I think I have these zip tied pretty good.
I just wanted to mention quickly that I did use a brand new Darn Tough sock because I didn't want any holes in it whatsoever. And the New Balance is obviously new as well. Our first guest was just a neighborhood cat, then a squirrel, and then a possum. He was pretty cool. and then another squirrel, and finally we got our first raccoon. It came back the next day. I did shut the lights off, so it's on night mode. I figured more would come if there was no light on. But this guy actually did do some damage. If you could see, there's like a little bulge of marshmallow coming out of the top. There you can see it better now. He didn't really try too hard with the Darn Tough, but yeah, he got through the New Balance. It's like he got a taste of it and wasn't interested. It's kind of weird, but nothing. Nothing on the Darn Tough. Then the next day, another raccoon came, and again, he focused a little bit more on the New Balance, but never got fully through it. Now, at this point, it's already a little bit damaged at the top, but he's not even really going after that, and it's just like he's licking it. Then the neighborhood cat came, a different one. He's cool.
Bruh.
At this point, I'm getting a little impatient. I put marshmallows out to bait them, and this guy stole one of my marshmallows. He actually stole both, but I replenished, and then the possum came back. And then these guys showed up, and at this point, I'm getting pretty excited because I'm thinking they're going to get through them with ease. There's two of them. They're going to work together, and they're going to get through it quick. And if you would, please, please, please like and subscribe this video so I can make more content like this. And I was very wrong. They ripped up the top part of the New Balance, but didn't take any of the marshmallows, and Darn Tough was still perfect. Then there was about 5 days no action. This possum showed up. He gets his nose sticky. And finally, this guy shows up. The professional. He completely rips through the New Balance, and he sucks up every single marshmallow. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, he's going after the New Balance. It's weak. He's probably not going after the Darn Tough. And he ended up leaving for the night after this. He came back the next day to finish the unfinished job that he had, and he completed it with ease. He did get through the Darn Tough as well. He seems like he ripped the bigger hole in the top of the sock, and he did rip a small one in the bottom. So the Darn Tough has failed, but you could say it still won. I don't know. Not so sure. He got everything, though. The results of the raccoon test are that both socks failed. One could argue that the Darn Tough might have done slightly better because they chose to go after the New Balance first, but the damage is bad on both. They did get through more of the New Balance sock, but, you know, there's a hole in the top, and there's also a tiny hole in the bottom, which is the strong part of the sock. So they both failed, and they both get the final test we're calling the deep fry. I rolled up a New Balance sock, and we rolled up the Darn Tough sock, and we're gonna fry them up and see what happens.
I deep fry my socks, drop 'em in the pot, bubble, 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 oil getting hot. I deep fry my socks, let the grease top.
Both socks were cooked the same way, and now I'm gonna see if my brother-in-law will eat it.
Daniel, the fish or chips are done.
What the f? Is this a f***ing sock?
No.
F***ing sock you've been wearing? You mother f***er. Dude, what the f***? Did you wear this?
Maybe.
Are you f***ing for real? You're f***ing me, right?
No.
You actually wore this?
Yeah, well, that's the one I've been wearing every day.
In the f***ing video, you're dead serious. You're joking, right?
No.
Are you f***ing serious?
Mm-hmm.
How did you deep fry this?
Look, I got one too. It's the New Balance one.
Dude, what the is wrong with you?
Honestly, my brother-in-law didn't really care that much, but I did lie to him and told him they're the socks I'm wearing every day, because in a different test, I'm wearing the same pair of Darn Tough socks every day until they break, and that's more realistic. As you can see, I was then convinced to try the oily, gross socks on, and they were about what you'd expect, disgusting and oily. Here are the results of the deep fry test and my final thoughts. Now, the results for the deep fry test. The Darn Tough sock survived. It's perfect. I washed the sock, and again, this is the sock that went through all the tests except the raccoon test, and I could still put it on my foot and wear it. It's not oily. It's fine. As you can see, no oil residue, and I washed this, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Still a good sock. So it survived the deep fry test. Now, the New Balance, I originally thought survived because it didn't appear to be that bad. I did think it was melted in some spots, but it seemed to be okay. But I washed this thing like 20 times, and it still is oily. It's like it became oil in itself, and I'll show you. Now, my hands are clean. See, hands clean. It's all oil. The whole sock is just oil, and it smells bad, and it's unusable. It's like it became oil. So if somebody wants to put in the comments why the heck this did that and the Darn Tough sock didn't, let me know. But overall, my final conclusion is the Darn Tough sock is far superior than any other sock I've ever tried. If you think there's another sock that's better, let me know, and maybe I'll test that out. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.